Max Survivor Challenge. Life is a game of survivor. It really is. You know, no matter how old you are, old, young, if you're seeing this, the thing I want to tell you is that life is a game of averages. There will be the lowest lows, there will be the highest highs, but at the end, it's going to balance out. When your time comes and you're looking back, it will have been a great life. My name is Lennox Sessi. I am the son of Kofi Sessi and the much loved Olivia Sessi. I'm sure you all know her. She's very mythical. We're from Togo originally, and now we live in Salt Lake City. Growing up, the challenges I faced were my sickle cell anemia. I was born with, I believe, SS or SC genome type, and that's one of the more severe types of sickle cell. So on top of the culture shock and learning English, and so it was always like, oh, he's an immigrant, he speaks funny, and I was always sick all the time. But you can only deal with the hardships you have. The next big problem I had was when I was around 13, 14. I got diagnosed with a severe form of cancer. It was a Ewing sarcoma. I had about a lump this big, a little bit bigger than like a dollar coin in between my lung and my heart. When they found it, I had lymph nodes, it swollen, it was everywhere in my body. The doctor kept it frank with us. He didn't think we would make it. They said that they would try for 2 weeks, and then I just tried to live out the rest of my life until I passed away.
I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna stop her. I'm gonna work harder.
So my cancer, I'm in a remission now. It's been about 5 years since then. I just turned 20 this year. I can definitely say that I've stayed strong mentally. I was never the type who would just take anything lying down, and of course, nobody in my family is. When you have something that big, of course, you have your people around you, you have your family, you have your friends, you have your team. Life is not meant to be a game that's played on. I am confident, I am unbreakable, I am grateful, and I am unstoppable. I am Lennox Sessi, and I am Max International. Hello everybody, my name is Lennox Sessi, and I live in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the States, but I was born in Lomé, the capital of Togo, which is a country off the coast of West Africa, and it's a French country, more like colonized by the French, and being from there, I speak amazing 100% fluid French. Oh, baguettes for my French speakers, they know what that one is, what that means. It's very serious. And I also have sickle cell anemia, SS genotype, and I've had a lot more than one struggle in my life. I've had lung collapsing, I've had cancer, I've had, I've had times where I've been in comas for short periods of times, or strokes and cardiac arrest and all those things. And it's nice to meet you. I'm actually here today because I have a question for you. When I say the word thrive, what's the image that comes to your mind? What does that word invoke in you? What do you think about? Is it your dream car? Maybe your dream physique, six-pack, all that. And maybe it's, your dream house or your dream family. These things are all great things, and everybody wants them, but I got curious about it, so I Googled it, and the definition of thrive, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, is to develop successfully, to develop or grow successfully, or put a little more succinctly, to flourish or succeed. And really, that really got me thinking, because I'm sure everybody has their own, thoughts about what thriving is. The distinction that I found was thriving isn't surviving. I actually Googled it. You see, the definition of survive according to the Oxford Dictionary, is to continue or to exist. And I don't know about you, but existing isn't living. When I was going through my chemotherapy and when I had cancer, I had to go to the hospital every week. We do 3 days in the hospital doing chemotherapy, and then 2 days off, and then we'd come back, or we'd alternate week by week. And I spent a lot of time in that hospital. I stayed in every bedroom, knew every nurse by name. When I walked in, everybody knew me. I was like a regular at a bar or a restaurant. During my stay, we got to know a really nice couple that had just had a newborn baby who was born with stomach cancer. And every night that I'd be getting chemotherapy, so I couldn't really sleep because you had cancer. When they put chemotherapy into your system, it's meant to kill the cancer cells, but it doesn't target the cancer cells. It kills indiscriminately. So you usually feel yourself withering away slowly. You feel like you're dying, and it's really hard to sleep in that state. And the baby crying next door, and it'll be crying every night. And I used to think to myself, that baby is just like me, because I took that crying as a sign of resilience. And on that night, at that hospital, in that bed, in that moment, I decided that I wasn't just going to survive, that this wasn't just going to be another thing I went through. I was going to thrive. So I got up the next day and I told myself, it's a new day, it's a new dawn, and I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. I'm going to start keeping my head up. I'm going to start cracking more jokes. I'm going to start fighting to do things that I shouldn't be doing when I'm that weak. I'm going to fight to get up. I'm going to fight to walk. I'm going to fight to brush my own teeth. So when you wake up and when you look in your mirror, I want you to make your decision. I want you to decide whether if you want to just survive or if you want to thrive. And then once you do it, I want you to put one foot in front of the other. And I want you to keep going, bit by bit, chip by chip. And I want you to carve out what you want. I want you to carve out your thriving, what it means to you. I want you to think to yourself that I didn't just survive, I thrived. My name is Lennox Sessi. I am a sickle cell warrior. I'm a cancer survivor. I am Max International, and I thrived.